Hi everyone, welcome back to Ginatopia. It's Gina and the beautiful Miss Bella, and you know what baby wants. If it's not camera time, it's the tea thing. So let me love on baby for just a second and give her some teas and put her down. She says be sure to subscribe to mommy's channel, enter the birthday giveaway, and you have to be subscribed to enter. So let me get her some teas, get the fuzzy lip off, and get her down. Today, I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about the Butter London Natural Goddess palette. I had an eye look on, my favorite eye look on with that palette one day, and a friend of mine says, oh, I love that eye look. What palette did you use? And I said, the Butter London Natural Goddess palette. She said, well, I don't have that. Is there any look that you can get with another palette that I can get, you know, and do that look? And so I kind of looked around and kind of did this look. And so I'm going to show you how I did it. But first, let me prep my lips because my lips are so stinking dry, and I'm using the Milani Moisture Lock oil and grape that my niece Erica got me, and it smells so good. It feels really good on. And let me adjust my camera just a little bit. That might help you just a little bit better to see. But anyway, I can never get this camera, seems like right. But anyway, so let's just get started. And the palette that I'm going to kind of dupe this with is the Emily Noel The Once. Now, when you open up the two palettes together, you would think those palettes would never dupe each other. Here is the Once palette, and here is the palette that I'm trying to dupe a look with. Let me put the little plastics out, and here is the Natural Goddess palette. So let me show you how we're going to do my favorite eye look using the brown, the green, and one of these shades right here. I'm going to be using Grateful, Top Story, Hobby, and Apartment, and of course I'm going to be using the cream for both eye looks because this don't have a setting color in this palette. And I wish they had left out one of these bronzy or gold shimmer colors out of this palette and put a really nice taupe shade or something else in that palette, because I just think it's lacking that when it has too many of the getting Bella hair out of my mouth, too many of those colors. So let me find a primer here. Oh, here is my Avon primer. I'm just going to use this. I've been trying to use up another one, but let me crack into my Avon primer. You know, it's my favorite. This is a brand new one. I love this primer. I've got one of these in my birthday giveaway. This is like amazing. Amazing. Somebody said they heard that they were discontinuing this, and if they are, I'm like, I need to order a bunch of these because this stuff is like amazing, amazing, amazing. I can't say it enough. It's like just wonderful. So now I'm going to take just a brush, and I'm going to take the cream out of the Emily Edits palette, and I'm going to put that cream all over my eyes, both of them, to set that primer. And like I said, if I wasn't using this palette, I would have to find something to set my eyes with out of the Natural Goddess palette by Butter London, because there's nothing in there to set that eye look with. And as you get older, your eyes start getting crepey, so you know you have to find something that works a little bit better. So I'd like to get more of those It Cosmetics brushes, because they really do not tug on your eyes as bad, you know, when you've got that crepiness going on. So there is that. So now, starting with, let's see, I'm going to start with, let me get a brush over here. I'm going to start out of the Butter London palette. I'm going to use the shade Diva. Now, I normally don't like a shimmer shade in my crease, but with this palette, I don't have a choice, so I'm going to put that above my crease and in my crease, just a little bit in my crease. And like I said, these aren't exact dupes, and I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. But it will give you close enough to where you feel like you don't have to rush out and buy that Butter London palette. And I really do think it's a pretty palette, but you know, if you've got the Emily Edit the Once palette that I'm going to show you, a good substitute look for my favorite look out of the palette. Okay, now I'm going to take another fluffy brush and I'm going to go into the Story out of the Emily Noel palette. And you can see you're getting basically the same color tone, so, you know, almost the same color story coming up. So I went and got my real ID for Virginia, and they took, you know, the picture, and you had to take like all your marriage licenses and all that bunch of stuff to prove your, you know, name trail and all that bunch of stuff. Two proofs of residency, and somebody said, well, you know, they're just doing that for facial ID. It's alright, you can recognize my face anytime you want. So you shoot the person beside of me instead of me if that's who you're aiming at, you know. Okay, next I need a flat brush. Let me find another flat brush over here. Okay, so I'm going into my Natural Goddess palette, and I'm going with that green shade called Star, and this is the star of the palette if you ask me, because you know I love greens. And I'm just going to pack this on my lid. I love green shadow. Always have, always will. I just think green shadow is so beautiful. I mean, green. It's green, my favorite color. And then I'm going to go into Grateful out of the Emily Noel palette. And this is where you will see a difference, and I'll show you right now. You can see that this is not as pigmented, and it is lighter. You see that? Let me put this all over my lid and let you see. Okay, you can see that it's lighter. So this is where I go into the shade Hobby, which is that brown shade, and I'll lay this down on my lid. Can you see that now? Now I'm going to go back over top of it with that green shade called Grateful. And you can see that it deepened it up to where it is almost the same color as that now. So what do you think? Really worked there, didn't it? And Bill's is back. Bill's trying to get off Mommy's eyeshadow palette. Get off, baby. Oh, goodness, you're such a spoiled little brat. You're such a spoiled little brat. You're such a spoiled little brat. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Let me get baby some more. Yeah, so I can get her down. So I can get her down. She's a treat monster, isn't she, Erica? Yeah, when Sarah came the other day, you just showed off, didn't you? Okay, now I'm going to go into that beautiful brown shade called Temptress in my Natural Goddess palette, and I need just a small little brush. Let me look. I should have had my brushes laid out here. Unfortunately, I did not. I don't want a big explosion of brown out here. I just want a tiny little amount of brown out here because I want that green to really pop. But I want a little bit of brown out here in the corner to give it some depth. See, just a little bit of brown. Gives it some depth, but plenty of green is still showing. Now let me wipe. No, I may have another brush I can use. Yeah, I've got another brush I can use. And now I'm going into the shade Apartment in the Emily Noel palette and doing the same thing over here. Now this shade is not hardly as deep, so you might want to just tap a little bit into the black. And do that same. Look, and I mean just tap into the black. Because you don't really want black, you want the brown to be nice and chocolatey brown. So let me toss a little bit of mascara on. Here's my Better Than Sex mascara. Yeah, I touched my lid. I'm going to have to touch that up. I always do that. Okay, let's put just a touch of cream on my face. I'm so dry feeling. I used to be so oily that I could never put cream on my face. It would just be a zit farm. And I'm getting zits where I've been sweating so much working out at Mom's, but helping her. Hopefully that is coming to an end. We got my niece's husband Dalton out there working, and that boy can flat out do some work, let me tell you. Thanks, Dalton. Oh, yeah, young man. Oh, yeah, such a nice young man. He's a hustler. Now, let me tell you, that boy can work, work, work. Mom has to tell him to sit down and take a break. Oh, that was the Ulta Concealer in Peach, which I think conceals my under eye area better than anything. And then I'm going to grab my Cover FX primer, which I've got 2 of these. I'm just about out of both of them. That one's just about completely empty. One of my top 3 primers. I really like this eye look. I think it really enhances my green eyes. You know, sometimes my eyes look brown, sometimes my eyes look hazel, sometimes my eyes look green. Color shifting eyes. I got It Cosmetics cream on my eyelashes. And let's see, let's go in with the Estee Lauder Double Wear in the shade 2-in-1. I don't like that it doesn't have a pump. I've still got quite a bit of that to use. Oh, I don't like that it don't have a pump. Still picking Bella hair off my lips. Did anybody watch that 19-minute video of Jaclyn Hill? Did anybody hear an apology? That girl just can't do a launch without some type of drama going on. I just don't know what to say. She needs to apologize to her customers. She needs to offer money back. Oh my gosh, that girl. It's just... Oh, I just don't know what to think. Wham, 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 wham. I cannot find my foundation brush. I don't know if Bella has dragged it off, which she's been known to do. Underneath one of the beds. To her little hidey hole, or what? And you think you could find it underneath the bed? No, I can't. I have winter clothes stored underneath the bed, and lots of shoes that are out of season, and it's a pain in the butt. So maybe I'll find it when I change seasonal clothes out. But I miss my makeup brush, foundation brush. Okay, there is that, which I feel like it's not smooth this morning for some reason. I'm not sure why. Look at the lid on the foundation. I put under eye cream on my eyes, but anyway, let me take this brush and touch up it right here. Wipe that mascara off. Let me put just a little bit more green on this eye right here. I don't think I'll contour anything this morning. I think I'll just put some blush on and call it a day, and some lipstick. You don't have to have contour every day. You went for years without contour. And highlighting, we just blushed it up and went on. You girls over 40 know that. Okay, let's put a little bit of shadow underneath our eyes. I'm going back into that brown. In my Goddess palette, and then I'm going back into the brown apartment in my Emily Edit palette. Now a little bit more mascara, and this is my look for the day. That is using the Butter London palette on this side and the Emily Edit palette on this side. So that is a pretty good dupe, I think, using two totally different palettes. That gives you my favorite look out of this palette with a reasonable price palette on this side. So if you like my video, give me a thumbs up and a share. If you've not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, hit the little notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. And be sure to share the love, not the hate, because there's so much hatred in this world. And I hope you like my video.